The final Halloween game. The Widow of Hollow Street. Every Halloween, the people of Ashford locked their doors before sunset. It wasn't because of pranksters or the usual mischief of children in masks. It was because of her, the Widow of Hollow Street, a woman so grief-twisted that her name became a whisper parents used to frighten their children into obedience. Her real name had once been Evelyn Marrow. Years ago, she had a son, Daniel, her only light in a life full of shadows. But on one cold October night, Daniel chased his runaway ball into the road. A speeding truck, a scream, and then silence. Evelyn's grief rotted into something hungry, something that fed on the sound of children's laughter, something that couldn't accept that Daniel was gone forever. So Evelyn made a choice. If she could not bring back her son, she would take another. The first child vanished the Halloween after Daniel's death. Then another the next year. And every time witnesses spoke of the same figure. A woman in a long black coat, wearing a cracked porcelain mask shaped like a smiling mother's face. Her voice, soft as a dying candle, whispered the same promise. Daniel, come home now. This Halloween, 13-year-old Emily Carter didn't believe in the widow's curse. She scoffed at her parents' warnings, rolling her eyes as she put on her skeleton costume and slipped outside after the porch lights were turned off. The streets were nearly empty, the wind snapping through plastic decorations, making them twitch like living things. Emily had almost reached the corner when she heard it. A gentle humming, a lullaby, one she didn't recognize, yet it felt familiar in a way she couldn't explain. A silhouette stood under a flickering street lamp. Tall, still, watching. Emily swallowed. "Hello?" she called, forcing her voice to stay steady. The woman stepped forward. Her coat dragged along the pavement, and the cracked porcelain mask gleamed beneath the weak light. Behind the mask, Emily felt the woman's eyes fix on her like hooks. "You're out late," the woman said softly. "Daniel shouldn't be out alone." "I'm not Daniel." The woman tilted her head. Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper. "Don't lie to Mommy." Emily stepped back, but the woman moved faster, far faster than someone her age should. A pale hand shot out, gripping Emily's wrist with icy fingers. The lullaby grew louder, filling Emily's mind, pulling her into a dizziness she couldn't fight. "Come home," the woman pleaded. "Come back to me." Emily screamed, but the sound barely left her throat before Evelyn dragged her toward Hollow Street, a dead-end road where no one lived anymore. The houses there were abandoned, their windows boarded, their gardens overgrown. But one house, at the very end, glowed with a warm golden light. Inside that house, Evelyn kept a room, a nursery, rebuilt exactly as it had been the night Daniel died. Toys were arranged in perfect rows. The tiny bed was neatly made, and above it, dozens of children's costumes hung like skins. Pirates, witches, clowns, monsters. One for every Halloween since Daniel's death. Evelyn pulled Emily inside, shutting the door with a soft click. "You grew," Evelyn whispered, stroking Emily's cheek with trembling fingers. "But that's all right. Mommy waited so long." Emily struggled, kicking, clawing, but Evelyn's grip was fueled by madness and a mother's grief. Then Emily saw it, the small wooden box on the dresser. Her heart froze. Inside lay a child's cracked glasses, and a skull the size of a toddler's head, wrapped gently in faded blue cloth. Daniel. Evelyn followed her gaze, her voice shattered into sobs. I kept him safe. I kept him close. But he needs you to stay with him now. Emily mustered every drop of strength, lunging for the door. But Evelyn was faster. The lullaby rose again, suffocating the air, numbing Emily's limbs. Sleep, Daniel, Evelyn whispered. Mommy's here. Mommy found you. And the house on Hollow Street swallowed Emily's scream. The next morning, Ashford woke to news of another missing child. Parents clutched their children tightly, whispering prayers and warnings. And that night, if one listened carefully near the abandoned end of Hollow Street, a lullaby drifted through the darkness, soft, trembling, and full of a grief that would never die, because Evelyn Marrow had lost her son, and on Halloween she would always be searching for another.